Hey guys, welcome back in. Gonna do something a little different. Play No Man's Sky, the release client 1. This is the disc version. So this is before any day 1 patches or any of the no updates, no patches, just straight from the disc. You'll notice the entire game is different. So this when things were really buggy. All your systems are different. There's no third person, no camera mode, no real anomaly like we know it now. Just everything is very different. It's very buggy, so it was surprising if some of these streams crash on me because there is a memory leak issue. We'll just kind of get started. We load in right at our ship to repair. There is no third person. So we'll just get started here. Everything's slower. You can see everything looks a lot crappier. But I have to get used to playing in first person. I'm not used to it at all. Alright, so we're gonna have to make some sheets to get this thing fixed. Alright, so they're nice enough to give us one sheet. We're gonna need more of those, and we have to gather a bunch of other stuff. Alright, and actually if you look at our exosuit, totally different. You can't move around technology. You can install this to help. But yeah, everything is very different. Even our multi-tool. All this stuff is broken. We have to go fix all that. And with me, I have some extras. Does that work? Okay, yeah, that's just credits. Okay. Yeah, I did a pre-order, so there should be like a thing that I can refund down here, but it's not showing up. It might be because I'm on a secondary account. So, I am gonna drop this stuff down though. This stuff is really loud. This stuff. Yeah, I can always adjust these later if I need to. Controls are the same. Journey. Alright, this is how you keep track of all your milestones. That way, you know how far up you are. Discovery page is totally different. You can upload these for credits. There's no nanites or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Is there anything else in here? Yeah, there's no online services. Alright. So as you can see, everything very different. Oh, and a lot of times, if you reload, you die. So that's always fun. So you do go through like a tutorial phase. Just click on begin. Alright, so we got a phase beam, blueprint, Alright. And we have a blueprint for our multi-tool. And there's no like S-class, A-class, nothing like that. You still need an Atlas pass for those. To get your drops. Alright, now you know, so I'm getting stuff like plutonium. Alright, so just jump back in here again. Now there is no... Okay, you can just transfer over, so I can do that. Put that in my ship, put that in my ship. I might as well put that plutonium in my ship as well. Plutonium is your new takeoff fuel, which we can't really use right now anyway. Alright. And you can tell like our visor needs to get fixed and everything, so we're going to go over here, grab some iron. Oh, and your stack size is only 100. And all your stuff overheats super quickly too. So, keep backing off. We'll run around and get the stuff we need to fix our ship and our multi-tool and visor and all that stuff. Yeah, everything is super slow at the beginning. Once you start upgrading things, it'll go quite a bit faster, but... Alright, and sentinels will come for you, like, right away. There's no, like, easy way to, avoid them. Alright, just kind of run away. Yeah, they, like, attack right away. And they will mess you up pretty quick, so... You don't want to aggro them too much. And I don't remember what I need to go for life support. Okay, you can just use carbon for life support. And you can't break up your stacks or anything. Like, when I go to recharge that, pretty much it'll take it from this stack here, so... So yeah, resource management is absolutely horrible. Let's see, can I repair my scanner? Okay, I just needed carbon for that. Alright, and I got enough iron. So, let's see, can I craft? I don't want to do that. Craft product. Okay, crate sheets, I need 50. Alright, so let's take a quick run down to our ship. What I'd like to do is just craft the stuff in my ship. That way it's not taking up room in my inventory. So I'm going to need 3 more of these sheets. Alright, now I should be able to go ahead and repair my launch thruster. Now I still need to get 2 more. I craft 2 more. Alright. Those are crafted. I'm gonna need some zinc and iridium. I'm gonna have to go find. What about my multi-tool? That's all set, and that's all set. So we do have extra iron and carbon.
Objective complete.
Alright, and my multi-tool. Alright, let's refill that. Alright, and as you can tell, it didn't completely fill that up. So, what I could do is I could use some of this plutonium as well. That plutonium I want to keep for my ship. So, it will tell you, like, if I go to charge this now, it'd be plutonium. So, alright, so do I have extra? No, I don't. See, and the other thing is you can't move this stuff either. So, as you can tell, it's kind of a lot to kind of wrap your head around at first. But it's not too bad once you start running around. Alright, now our should have access to our scanner. And it automatically scans. You don't have to hit a different button for that. And this is a signal booster. You'll be using these a lot. Yeah, I need to be able to craft a bypass chip. But this is how you're going to find like your drop pods. But you have to craft bypass chips in order to use them. They're pretty cheap though. We'll do a bunch of those later on. Yeah, that's how you'll find your drop pods. It's the same deal. You want to make sure you scan as much stuff as you can. You don't get credits right away though. Like I still have 7,000. You have to actually go and upload them here. That's where you'll get your actual credits. So we're on the lookout for, alright, it'll actually tell you right here there's iridium nearby. It's 5 minutes away, which is kind of a haul. I want to see if I can grab more carbon though for my life support. Yeah, I don't have to really worry about I mean, I do have to worry about hazard, but it's not too bad. Hazard protection you use iron for, which I have plenty of. Right, I think I will head over towards that iridium. Just kind of collect some stuff as I go too. I have to remember that I don't have much room though, so I also want to try to remember to scan things. Now there are space stations, but they're pretty useless. They can be good for like you know, some supplies. Like there'll be a trade terminal and stuff too. And it does point out, you know, local points of interest. You know, there's something over that way. But I'm more interested in getting over to the iridium. Continue over towards that. Same deal, just scan everything I can. Yeah, and there's no photo mode or anything, so there's no way to pause. You can scan in here, and I can see there is some type of building over there, so I might go there after. You're doing the scan only for the money more than anything, because there's no second resource you can get out of stuff. But yeah, you'll end up getting just tons of carbon. You do want to make sure you keep track of it in here though. Like, I don't want to get more than like 2 stacks of anything right now. The one good thing about this system, is I can transfer directly. Like I can take this and put it directly into my ship, even though my ship is pretty far away. It's the only really good thing about this system. But I don't think I can transfer from my ship over. Let me try that. Yep. And now it's going to say ship's out of range. But you can go from your exosuit to your your ship without any issue. Yeah, and as you see, that point of interest updated. Now there's one over this way. So it is kind of a nice system. That way it does kind of, you know, it'll ping points of interest along the way, which is nice. It's the same thing. If you run a lot, you will go through life support quicker, just like it is right now in the game. And the boost melee is also a thing too, so that does work. Alright, this is titanium. And if you see anything that looks like what would typically be oxygen now, that's going to be your plutonium. Right, and this is zinc. And we have our first building, actually a minor settlement, which is actually pretty cool. We'll take a run over there in a moment. Actually, how far away is that? It's still 2 minutes away. Grab a little bit more. Actually, I think we're good on iron. Alright, take a run in this minor settlement. I don't think... Oh, there is a thing over here. I'm gonna hit the save point. A little building out here. Yeah, whenever you see these boosters, this is pretty much like the signal booster that you can build. And this is how you'll start scanning for stuff. I'm going to be doing a bunch of that in a little bit. I just want to get my ship repaired first. Alright, and this is where you'll learn your technology. Like we got a boltcaster upgrade. So that's where you'll get the ones for, I think it's all your multi-tools you get out of here. And then your ship upgrades, you'll get from crash ships. Because there's no, like, anomaly, you know, upgrades or anything like that. And ships will land here, that you can buy, like, at a trader post. Same type of deal. Ships will land here. Alright, take a run in here. Have our first minor settlement, get a galactic trade terminal. A multi-tool that we can take a look at. And your multi-tools, typically, I believe they upgrade like one slot. So pretty much, like go and compare. You know, it's going to be more slots for the first couple. But typically, when you start getting up to larger multi-tools, they'll only go up one slot at a time. The same thing with your ship. Like, the first couple will be, like, 4 extra slots or something. But what you have to do is you have to keep upgrading your multi-tool, go from one multi-tool to the next. You know, adding only, like, one slot at a time. And it's the same thing with ships. Let's see, there's scanner, a range booster. Alright, so, I mean, it's really nothing all that great about this. I wouldn't have the money to buy it anyway. Come over here, we should get a tech upgrade. Alright, got our range booster. I'm not sure how many upgrades there are. There are quite a few, though. These little devices will give you units. We got a milestone. There's no quick way to skip these milestone things. Alright. survived our first day. Let's interact with this one. Alright, bring up our health. These guys you can talk to. You have to pay, I think you have to pay them for like everything too, if I remember right. Of course you don't know their language yet either. So there are things that you can do and it'll like anger them or make them happy. You know, let's just give them units. They like money, so. Alright, gave me a piece of technology for my ship. Yeah, and you can, this is where you can give them like relics and stuff like that to increase their standing. And of course your trade terminal, totally different. You know, you can just buy and sell. You know, and you can't buy like a ton of stuff. You know, like is very little amount because remember your stack size is only 100, so you're not buying, you know, thousands of anything. But you can see, you know, what your ratio is, and these are, you know, high-end items that you can craft later on. I think this is for your pulse engine. Valium. Alright. So then the same thing, you can sell items as well. Of course I don't really have anything to sell. But you can sell like, you know, like extra carbon and stuff. Like sometimes you end up with smaller stacks of stuff. You can just sell that, you know. Especially like right now, I really don't have much room. Alright, and let me check. How much iridium did I need? Okay, I need 200, so I need 2 completely empty slots for that iridium. Can I repair this from here? No, I can't. Alright. So we're gonna continue over towards that iridium. Yeah, and you can actually see down the bottom corner, you can scan locally. It was sent me to that same iridium thing, so I think we'll head over that way. Oh, and another thing I meant to... Oh! Life support. Let's see here. So, charge that up. Yeah, I had to step out for a moment. You do take damage in buildings. I forgot about that. So we'll just let that kind of charge up a little bit. If you do have a redeem tag down here, you'll click on it and you can get, I believe it's 10,000 credits, a multi-tool, and a ship. That ship will have a hyperdrive in it. You don't want to get that ship, no matter what, until you have a blueprint for a hyperdrive. Because if you claim that without actually doing anything, you know, without unlocking the blueprint, you won't be able to leave the system. So no matter what, don't ever get that hyperdrive. Or don't ever get that ship until you have that hyperdrive, because you will be completely screwed. Right, our hazard protection is still good. Yeah, hazard protection works in here, but life support will still drain. You know, as you see it here. It goes down kind of slow because I'm not really moving or anything, but I forgot about that. I had to run out in the other room for a moment and came back to being almost dead. So make sure I get this stuff scanned. This stuff is... So that's just iron. That's more iron. I'm good on iron. I don't want to fill up on that. What I will do, I will transfer one of these to my ship though. Alright. I want to just continue scanning everything possible. Right, and I just did use a whole bunch of carbon, so grab some of that on the way. Yeah, this is how you're going to make most of your money, is just scanning everything. Let's get over to that Iridium. How much? I want to continue to get carbon, but I don't want to end up with like 3 stacks of it. I try to limit myself to only like, okay, so we've got plenty now. Alright, let's refill our multi-tool. I'll start with the smallest stack. Alright, now you can grab actually a little bit more, just so I can totally fill up that multi-tool. It's all about resource management, especially early on, until you have some slots put together. Alright, so get over to that Iridium. I want to keep keep an eye out for plutonium also. It looks like the blue crystals are not blue crystals, the condensed carbon. And this stuff is we don't need right now. Yeah, everything's got like a different name and stuff to it. Alright, let's get Iridium. Oh, and we have our first knowledge stone too. Yeah, you'll pick up like a lot of stuff that makes absolutely no sense sometimes. Alright. A lot of it's just stuff that can be sold. Alright, we got our plasma launcher blueprint out of that. This is Iridium right here. I don't know why it's sending me way the heck over there. Pretty sure this is Iridium. Oh no, that's ammo. Grab that because I can sell it. It doesn't go for as much money as you think it does, though. It goes for a good amount, but it's not like a crazy amount of money. As you can tell, mining it's kind of a pain too. Yeah, you have no terrain manipulator or anything in this. Alright, how much emerald did I get out of that? Alright, yeah, I don't want to go too high on this stuff.
Technology recharge.
I need to get two full stacks of Iridium. I'm also going to need more of it, I think. Alright, so we're good there. Oh, I might need it for like upgrades in here. No, that's iron and carbon. Okay. Well, we'll get over to this Iridium. Should be this big rock. So I might have to actually get a couple of these deposits. See how deep this deposit goes. how much? Okay. I'm gonna take this and transfer that to my ship. A little bit more. Alright, and transfer that to my ship. Alright, yeah, Iridium's not really worth much of anything. Alright, we're gonna head back over. You scan by hitting circle. Then go see what these plants are. Okay, that's platinum, we're not gonna need that. You wanna grab this though. I think you can get it out of what look like little oxygen plants too. Plutonium. If I remember right. Yep, right there. Pretty sure that's plutonium, but let's see if we can get up here. Oh, nope, that's thalamus. This is for your pulse engine, if I remember right. Alright, let's, we're gonna discard that. Grab that. See, you have to make sure you leave a little bit of room in your ship too, because you need to have everything together, when you go to repair stuff. Actually, can I feel that from here? I can. Alright, good. Alright, I'm gonna have to transfer that to my ship so that I can fuel that. Alright, so we're almost fully charged there. Alright. Yeah, so resource management is a colossal pain at the beginning. Let's get our exosuit, life support rather, upgrade our topped off. Actually, I might as well grab. No, yeah, grab some of that. Don't have to worry about platinum right now. Right back to our ship. And I don't think I can repair my ship from out here. Oh. Okay. I could. I never knew that. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. Let's, good. Alright, let's, there's more over here. There we go. We also have some more zinc over here. Alright, let's put that in our ship. Wow, there's a lot of plutonium there. We'll toss that in our ship, as well as that. Alright. So, ship is over here somewhere, right there. plutonium. Oh no, bad stuff. Got some more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is for your pulse engine. Yep. Go and fill that up. See, the thing is, you have to transfer it over before you can actually fill it. No, still need a little bit more of that. I think you can take off without it being full, but I'm not sure. Figure I might as well grab it while I'm here. No, we got a damaged machinery over here. Alright, bolt canister upgrade. What I'm doing is I'm just using the HUD at the top to kind of keep my ship in line, because you can't tag either. So grab this. Just constantly paying attention to this stuff. Going right over the top of the mountain here. Kind of looking for that minor settlement again. Going to be way off in a distance somewhere though. Right, so we should have some extra carbon now. Might as well fill that up a little bit. Start making our way back. And once we get our ship running, we can start looking at doing some upgrades. We already got a few different upgrades to look at. The bad thing is you can't move your technology either, so if you get something installed, you can't just rip it out of one multi-tool and put it in another one or anything like that. Charged up. Landing can be pretty rough. Let's see, busted the shield. We'll jump in here, try to get some stuff repaired now. Alright, so it's just a regular shield, looks like. Alright. Well, we'll get that fueled up. Alright, transfer this over. Titanium we don't care about. Okay, so there are a few things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this over. I'm going to want to install this technology. So go and get that installed. Because you can't move anything here, so sometimes you have to break things down just to reinstall it again, because you can't move anything. Alright, so we do couple things. I don't know if I can install that. Okay, should be able to. And there's no like, yeah, there's no like S class, A class, anything. You just go by what these numbers in the corner kind of tell you for an upgrade. You know, like it increases your mining, increases your speed, stuff like that. I'm probably gonna do something dumb here, but I'm just gonna hold on to this multi-tool until I find a better one. Alright, we have pretty much everything done here. Alright, so let's see if our shield, okay, our shield is repairing itself. Alright, I do want to see if I can get rid of some of this stuff though, the emerald I want to get rid of. Okay, make sure we keep some carbon on us. Actually, let me transfer that over. Actually, let's transfer all that carbon over. Transfer this plutonium. Alright, now we're going to transfer that plutonium back so that it'll take up this top slot. I'd like to keep this stuff right in my ship. Alright, I'm going to bring this over. Alright, do I have extra iron? I do. Put that extra iron in there. Titanium. See, it's just moving things back and forth to make, you know, make things kind of line up a little bit. Alright. I'll just jump in here to make a quick save. And actually I should do my uploads too. I'm gonna go through and upload all these. And of course you get your waypoints that you get credits for. You just have to make sure everything has that, you know, that little green symbol saying that it's uploaded. Alright. Up to 15,000 so far. I don't think you get anything for this stuff. I don't know if these are just uploading slow or what. Okay, yeah, alright. So we'll probably end up taking off and go find a building to land at. Maybe find that little minor settlement we were just at. I should be able to see that. Bad thing is I'm gonna have to use fuel to get there, but it is what it is. I figure while I'm here, I'm gonna make a couple bypass chips. Yeah, these. Okay, I don't want to get in over my head here though. Okay, so we do have 75. Okay. Actually, can I craft these in here?
Life support power low.
So build 2 of these, and they're cheap to make, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to access those from my ship or not. Yep, I have to bring them over. Alright. So You don't have to be like right next to your ship, but you can't be too far away either. Let's see if I can transfer that. Okay. I should still be in range. I want to see how far away from my ship I have to be. Oh, it doesn't tell me until I'm like right here, does it? I don't know. Looks like they have to be on you. It doesn't pull from your ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan. There's a couple different things I can look for. Outpost is a minor settlement. Monolith's a monolith. Transmission is, I believe, I'm not sure about that. That may be for lost ships, actually. Or crash ships, rather. Shelter, I believe, is a drop pod. Just go for an outpost. And you'll get an animation. It tells you what it is, Operations Center, so I think that might actually be a factory. We'll do one for shelter also. I can't remember how they had these things worded. Okay, so that's going to be a drop pod. The thing is, you can just leave those markers there. You can scan, you know, as many times as you want from here. Let's do one more bypass ship. Actually, let's, might as well just do a couple. Get a few different things marked. You can typically see things a little bit easier from the air too, so the bad thing is you have to keep taking off for stuff. So we're gonna do a transmission also. Yeah, you can craft up, you know, like we have a beacon over there. Do another scan. Okay, I don't remember what it takes to unlock a drop pod, so I don't want to do a bunch of those right away. Let's do another transmission. Okay, so we have an observatory. Yeah, a lot of these, there'll be something that you can get out of them, typically. So, alright, we're gonna, go take off. What I want to do is I want to find that minor settlement that I found earlier. See if I can land over there. That way I can sell off a few things. And you don't have those landing rings. It's just like a little white rectangle that shows up. Alright, we're back here. Let me bring this over. I do have a few other things in here to sell off, so sell this stuff. Alright, so you can go to your ship inventory too if you want. We're going to sell off some of this, sell off that, sell off, yeah, like this emerald, it looks like a lot, but it's really not much. Alright, I'll give us 52,000. There's enough for this. Yeah, 43,000. Now, I don't know if Okay, I do lose my analysis visor, so I will have to reinstall that. We're gonna just say decline for now, though. I don't know if this increases the price doing this or not. Oh, wow. Let me look at, I want to see how much that was. Okay, so 43.2. Decline. I don't know if this is going to drop the value of this or not. Alright, now we'll look at it. Come on. Okay, yeah, same price, so you can dismantle stuff to get the items. So we're going to accept that. Alright, so we have a new multi-tool. But I want to remember to put in my, and you do get adjacency bonuses also. So we're gonna do that. I want to remember to put in my analysis visor though. So we're gonna go ahead and build that. Alright, so that gives us range. I'm gonna do this beam intensifier. And that's all I can do. Okay, that's just a range booster, so that I don't... See, this one's only +2. The one I have installed is a +3, so... Man, that stuff's draining quick. Let's take care of that. Alright. I'm tempted to install the bolt caster. I don't plan on doing any battle right now though, so I think I'm just gonna leave this like it is. I wanted to see what this was though, beam focus. Oh, I need iridium. Let me see if I can grab 20 of that out of here. Alright, well, grab 20 of this. Oh, yeah, you have to click on the arrows for that. And I can just come over here and buy it. Alright, that way we can speed up our beam focus a little bit. Alright. Now, I don't remember what I need for drop pods, so I'll try to go grab that one first. I'm just kind of ignoring the objective right now. It wants me to go into space, but I want to see what this stuff is going to cost me first, so I'll head for that drop pod. So hopefully I have what I need, but I don't remember what I need, so we're gonna land. And there's no easy landing here, you just kind of drop, so let's interact with this thing so we can save. Yeah, there's no like navigation data, or like stored, you know, or salvage data, or any of that stuff. Need to get some iron. Ready to transfer that? Wow, ship is out of range. My ship is only like right there. It's so close that Now I can. So if it's more than like, what, 10 seconds? 9 seconds? Alright, so... 9 seconds away, I can't transfer it. See, there's some nuances in this that are pretty rough. Okay, so you just need iron to unlock it. Alright. And you can't, yeah, you can't select where you want your stuff to be. Or your, like, I can't unlock this slot. I have to do them in order. Alright. So we have our drop pod. So I might actually grab more iron and actually grab this zinc too. Alright, yeah, that's mining quite a bit faster now. I don't want to overdo it though. Right. I'm gonna end up with a bunch of extra anyway. I do want to make some bypass chips, so take the whole thing. Yeah. So you get a ton of it right at the end. So alright. Just put a stack of that away. Might as well just refill that then. See, once you have room in your backpack and your ship, the inventory game isn't too bad. Just the first few hours can be pretty rough. Alright, let's go see what these other buildings are. Okay, Operations Center, we're gonna hold off on that. We'll see what these other ones are. The shelter. I think yeah, sometimes the terminology changed with these buildings, so I'm trying to remember what's what. Alright, so this is an observatory. Alright, grab that. Organic machinery, that will give us some text. Alright, beam coolant. Another blueprint. And of course, you have to pay for all these blueprints, but they're cheap. Yeah. Yeah, you're constantly full on inventory. So, I thought I had more. Oh yeah, I got a whole stack of zinc. Let's toss that in my ship. Toss one of these in my ship. Yeah, I always want to try to make sure I have at least a slot for stuff. That way I can pick up stuff if I need it. Alright, and this. And it's just the regular number puzzles, so 2121. Alright, so we got a crash ship somewhere. It looks like there's a building close to me too. Alright, so we'll go get our first crash ship, I guess. And we have a multi-tool tech. This is going to be the shotgun. And that thing is super, you know, the recoil on it's really bad. So I never install that. What's our launch thrusters looking like? Okay, so does that mean it's totally empty?
Technology recharge.
Wow, we used up all our plutonium. Let's go grab some more. Yeah, you see there's another signal booster over there, so they're all over the place. So that's how you'll be finding a lot of your stuff. Alright. And you can also make a bypass strip and call in your ship also. That will also take up fuel. Sure, I interact with this. Alright, let's where's our ship? Let's see what that beacon is. Beacon is just a beacon. We will land here though, just so I can clear it off the HUD. This might actually send me to a minor settlement. Yep. Advanced life form. So that's going to be a minor settlement. I need to get in the hang of scanning a little bit more. Well, using the scanner rather. Grab all that plutonium. I'm looking for that. I'm pretty sure that's damaged machinery. The gear. Yep. Grab this. Combat amplifier. That emerald. Oh. Let's toss that in our ship. Pretty sure this is emerald. Let's grab up all that. just gonna stick that in the ship. We got most of the stuff scanned. Alright, and see, there's no like quick charge menu or anything, so you have to do everything from in here. I mean, they made a lot of quality of life changes, that's for sure. Alright, we make our way back towards our ship. There's some type of crate over here. And there are caves. You don't have a terrain manipulator, so you want to be really careful on them because it is really easy to get turned around. The sentinels don't give you a hard time down here, so they can be really good. Do a quick scan. Just trying to make sure I have like everything scanned that I can. Nothing. Iron. Some stuff I don't really want to destroy. Alright. Then I just head back out. That's something new. Oh, we do have an animal. Right. Let's go back in here. Yeah, they just kind of group everything together. Yeah, there's no like red dots to look for. Alright, that's a different animal. I don't think he's aggressive. Head back out. See, like I was saying, it's super easy to get turned around in here, and I am turned around. More emerald. Hopefully find an exit. Ooh. That hurt. More plutonium. Actually, let's get that filled up.
Technology recharge.
Keep putting this stuff right in my ship. Yeah, I have to stop hitting the ground hard. Trying to do some pretty big damage. Here, just grab all this stuff right now that I can and get over to that minor settlement. Yeah, I only stuck my head in here for a few seconds to see how easy it can be to get turned around, and of course I got turned around. Try to keep going up. Alright, so that's it. Turn around. Try to go in the direction of my ship. Up this way. Big thing of platinum, or plutonium.
Life support power low.
Alright, let's that charge.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, there's no terrain manipulator, so there's no easy way out. When I came in, I must have been like right in the like a large area or something where everything branches off. Alright, you can see the outside there. So, alright, let's go add this over. Oh, that's full. Okay. What about this little bit of plutonium? See, this is one of the bad things. Like, this emerald's full. And I have two other things of emerald here that are only partial stacks. Which is kind of a pain to deal with. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Head over to our ship. And get over to that, actually, this is driving me nuts. Let's bring this down. Get over to our ship and get over to that minor settlement. Sell off a few things. Yeah, they're gonna want me to start doing the actual quest stuff, so I want me to go up and do my flight controls and all that stuff. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to actually scan stuff. What's this? Oh, that's iridium. I should grab that. Seems like you always need this stuff, so... almost full on that. Should be. There. Okay. So, where's my ship? Alright, so we're gonna look for, they call it a shelter, but it says something about a life form. Should be a minor settlement. I'm gonna sell off stuff and then I'll start looting the stuff after. Right. Gonna get rid of all that emerald. Because what you want to do is leave a spot so that you can sell as much in one transaction as possible, but I think I might be able to do that with iron. I have a little bit. No, I don't have as much as I thought. See, I have two different things of carbon too, which is screwing me up. Use that one. I'm just trying to make a little more room. Alright, if I go to my storage ship, let's just move the iron over. Alright, now I can move that emerald into my ship. That way I can combine those. Okay, so we'll sell off that emerald. There's that. The thing is, I want to keep like that titanium and stuff, because I will need it. The herbidium, I'll toss that in my ship. Alright, we're gonna sell off a good amount of this iron. Want to keep a couple hundred. So we'll sell off 130. No, yeah, you have to do it the slow way. Sell off 130. We can get rid of that partial stack. I have some in my ship. Okay, I will keep 100 of that. Alright, let's I don't really want to sell off that plutonium. Let's get this filled back up. I have to get some of this too. Alright, and what about zinc? Is that a full 100? Alright. So we're gonna sell off, we have a little bit of zinc to sell. Yeah, nice. Trying to interact with stuff is kind of a pain. So we have just a little bit of zinc, let's just sell that. Alright, so we have a little bit of money now. So grab our upgrades. take a look at this. Now, if I compare these two. Alright, and that's the same amount of slots, so that's really not worth doing anything with. See, I kind of wish that they would just tell you how many slots are in these things, if you have to keep counting them out. But you notice this one has the third row unlocked, which, you know, once I get this, you know, there's no multi-tool expansions. You're kind of stuck with whatever is in the cabinet. So, so if I were to grab this one, my next one would automatically have like the three, you know, the 3 rows already unlocked. I think you can get up to 30 slots or 28 slots, 27 slots, something like that. Alright, so we're just gonna hit decline for now. I always try to remember to grab these. A lot of times it'll be money on one side and like a shield repair or something in the other one. Oh, those are both money. And so I'll interact with this guy. And of course, you don't understand their language, so you just kind of trying to deal with them. You know, let's just give him a little bit of carbon, see if he does anything. Alright, give you a little bit of credits. So that's how you get to meet all your aliens too, is there. The same thing with like Trading Post, you can get all your aliens there too. There's that building. Check this one. And you notice like the layouts are totally different and everything too. Alright, so we'll get a multi-tool thing here. Something else I won't use. Alright, and let's see, we're good on plutonium. We don't need that right now. We do need carbon though. We'll grab a couple trees real quick. I do like to have like 2 stacks of that at all times. Grab a shrub too. There was something I did get a multi-tool thing. I can't remember. Oh, it's for your cooldown. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Alright. Oh, and oh, I should use this too. Do a quick scan to see if I see damaged machinery anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Alright, we got our 5th day, and I'm not going into that cave. I don't know if there'd be more creatures here. See, they at least they give you points of interest that are like 2 minutes away, so you don't have to constantly be scanning everything, you know, or scanning for points of interest. It's kind of nice. Here, realize. Just want to charge up my stuff real quick before we head out. I always try to select whatever has the lowest amount when I'm doing recharging. That way, it's less of a chance you'll end up, you know, using up, you know, with partial stacks. Alright, so that should be fine. We'll head over to that crashed ship, I guess. Actually, before we leave here, let's just craft up a couple more bypass ships. Actually, let me get a run in here real quick too. I want to see what those sell for, because I remember crafting those a lot and just selling them for money. Just want to see what they sell for. Yeah, they go for 10,000 a piece, so you can make a good amount of money just selling those. I should have waited. That's what I should have done with all that extra iron I had. Because they do take up plutonium, isn't it? Yeah, plutonium. Alright, alright, I'm gonna sell off 2 of those. Just so I can get a little bit of extra money. Actually, you know, let's just sell all of them. Yeah, let's sell 4 of those. Alright. Because I can always make them, so I want to go take a look at what that ship is, though. I think we have a shuttle. Okay. We go compare. Alright. I wish they would just tell you how many. Alright. Yeah, then you have to go and repair the whole thing too. Or, I'm pretty sure you just have to do the pulse engine and thruster. Alright, so this already has a weapons upgrade. Good. Oh, it's got that too. I'm pretty sure you have to repair these before you delete them. So we've got, what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 14. So it's only a +1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your ships are always going to be just a +1. See, this is where you have to keep some of these other things around. Like, it's going to cost quite a bit to repair this. So I'm going to pass on it for now. But what I really want is the, this thing, and this. This will give me my, my ship upgrades. Alright, so we're going to go for ship tech. Alright, so we got our shield blueprint. Alright. I'm gonna be ending off here shortly, so let's get back to our ship. Yeah, I want to try to keep these little episodes only a couple hours, because if I end up crashing, it takes YouTube like a whole day to actually render the video. So here's my ship. Oh, that's a different creature. There it is. For some reason I thought it was a different area. Alright. Let's get up into space. That's what they want me to do. Alright. That charge, get this charge. Alright. That's that operation. Alright. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to the space station, and I'll go down to that transmissions thing. In this version, you don't want to save at a space station. If you save the space station and then do a reload, chances are you won't be able to leave. You'll go to lift off, but you won't be allowed out of the space station. So you want to save at a, like, you're fine. Like, if I go in there now and end my play session, I'll probably be fine when I load in. But if you do a reload and then go to leave, you won't be able to. What you'll have to do is you'll have to force close to your game and then relaunch into it. Unfortunately, because I'm streaming, if I close my game, my stream will automatically end. So that's one thing you don't want to do if you're streaming this. You want to save on the planet, you don't want to save in the space station. So pretty much every time I go to load up here, I'm most likely going to be on a planet when I load in. I just want to be able to show you guys what the space stations look like back then. It's very similar to abandoned mode. There's only going to be a few things to see. You might not even be able to make this jump. Remember this being kind of, it's wonky because it's first person, so I always end up just using these until I get a couple upgrades to my jetpack. But you'll have your two sides. Yeah, you'll have, there'll be a couple rooms that you won't be able to go into until you have your Atlas pass. And that's your save point. So you're gonna need an Atlas pass to get in there. There is an anomaly that you visit Actually, let me grab this stuff. Eventually you get the ability to go to an anomaly. It's not in every system, but you'll go in and you'll meet Nada and Polo. It's as long as you kind of follow the storyline. There is actually like a little bit of a storyline. It's more like a tutorial. But eventually you will meet Nada and Polo, and they'll give you different things to do. You notice there's no exosuit upgrade here. There's just a save point on one side, and you know, there might be an NPC here. I'm not sure if there's NPCs at all the space stations or not, but they're pretty useless. They're pretty much the ones that are on the other planets. I'm just gonna give them carbon, see if that does anything. Or you taught me a word. Alright. But that's pretty much the extent of the space stations. Now, if I were to do a reload here, I would get my ship would just kind of get stuck in the takeoff animation. I wouldn't be able to exit, so I would have to force close my game, and then you're normally fine just to take off. It's some type of weird thing. The day one patch did fix that. It's one of the few things that it did fix. But what I'll do is I'll end up all saved down here, get to that transmissions tower. I'll end up with a new planet to run around and discover on. Yeah, and I'll end up saving here because I want to keep these to, you know, around 2 hours. There is a pretty bad memory leak. 2 hours seems safe. 3 hours, you're really pushing it. 4 hours, you're almost like guaranteed to crash. So I just don't want to have, you know, a bunch of different parts of this, you know, like, you know, mainly that are ended in crashes. So if I stick to about 2 hours, it should be pretty good at most of the uploads. I'm going to get down to this marker. One good thing is there's no tower or no target sweep, which is actually kind of nice. Alright, so get ourselves landed. Alright. So interact with this. See, I was going to take that crash ship that was on the, that I was just looking at, but I don't really have the resources on me to fix it right now, so, and I knew I wanted to at least show you guys the space station, so, what I'm going to do is try to look around here a little bit and just scan a few items. Yeah, the scanner range isn't very good. Scanning some of this stuff. Alright. get over to the next spot. Yeah, the flight controls are really wonky too. Alright, this will probably be a good place just to head out. Oh, and of course I couldn't land on the landing pad. Tracking pretty sucky. That'd probably be a good place to kind of end off here. Do I have to be like on top of the thing to scan it? Yeah, my scanning range is pretty crap, so. I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna make up a bypass chip and land my ship here. No. I can't, don't have plutonium. No, that's a different creature. Yeah, you have to wait for that little white rectangle to show up in order to land your ship. Go in here. This guy should give me a blueprint for my hyperdrive. Hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna take that blueprint. Alright. There'll be stuff I have to craft, right? Yeah, I have like all this stuff that's kind of like in the way now. It's that up. They're gonna want me to install this. That I don't know. Dynamic resonator. I might have to buy that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that. I don't have a blueprint for it. It probably happens when there's something else I have to do before it in order to do that. I can't remember. I wish I could remember how I get that. Might be like in here or something. Alright, not gonna be that. Yeah, see, this is where multi-tools get really annoying. Plus, it doesn't help that this is overlapping one of the slots. So we got, what, 5? We have 8 slots. We have 10, so... Alright, just gonna hit decline for now. Yeah, next stream I'll grab up this, and I'll try to figure out my, my hyperdrive situation too. Let's get that refilled. Yeah, because what I'll end up doing is I'll break down this multi-tool again and switch it for the other one and figure out how to get that dynamic resonator. It's something weird. I think it's storyline driven. But, oh, I still have the... Oh, that's the space station. Yeah, either I have to craft something, or I have to buy the things to craft it. That's, I wish these, little fanfare things didn't, take so long to go away. Yeah, I can't buy the harmonizer by itself. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's actually grab these real quick. And I'm just gonna run out here, make a quick save. Alright. So, actually, upload all these too. See if there's anything over here. Yep, got a few more. Oh, and actually upload that planet too. Alright. Jump in, out, make another save. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this stream, so yeah, unfortunately I have to end the stream on the planet too, because there's no menu thing to start at. So alright guys, so I appreciate you guys taking the time to check this out, and I'll just continue on from here next time. Alright guys, appreciate it, and I will